Today, we are going to talk about the coronavirus scare and how it might actually be a good thing for your health and well being. What? I know, but stay with me. I'll explain later. Tammy here, and on this channel, we talk about personal growth. We talk about loving yourself, loving others, and being the best you're here to be. I will show you how to step up, wake up, and take control of your happiness and success. If this sounds like something you're interested in, come on in. Let's chat. First, a little business. If you have ever benefited from any of my videos, if you haven't watched them before, go ahead and scroll back through. But if you've benefited from any, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and should be a button down here. Be sure to hit the bell notification when you do so you're notified of all the latest videos. If you are interested in your personal health and well-being, please give this video a thumbs up and share with somebody who you think might benefit from the content. Okay, what do I mean about the coronavirus scare being a good thing for your personal health and well-being? It doesn't take somebody who's super into the news to know that there's an outbreak, a scare, the media's all over it, everything, YouTube videos popping up on it, and store shelves empty of hand soap, right? We're like, this thing is happening. And this is what happens when something out of the ordinary, something bad, something happens that gets our attention. We focus on it. There's a scare. There are headlines. There's an outbreak. And it gets our attention. Like I said earlier, normally we just go about our days. We wake up, we go to our job, we eat processed food, we fill ourselves with negative thoughts, we get too little sleep, and we do that over and over every day. And we don't think about, how can I take care of myself? How can I be kind to myself? I have a video on that. How can I be kind to myself? How can I take care of myself? I have some free guides I'll put in the description below on my website. And my website is packed with stuff like this. But the free guides are on how to better take care of yourself. And so an outbreak like this, a scare like this, while it's bad, yes, we're going to look over there and we're going to say, yes, that's not a good thing. But while it's not a good thing and there is an issue, it makes us wake up. It makes us, oh yeah, I have to think about my health. Okay? But the unfortunate thing is that that's all we focus on. We focus on the bad. We focus on, there are other bad things happening. There are obesity-related diseases happening. There are lifestyle-related diseases happening, diet-related diseases happening. There are diseases happening from mental issues and loneliness and there are all kinds there are all kinds of bad things happening out there. But we're going to focus on this one thing. Okay? But if we just turn over here for a minute, there are also a lot of good things happening. And so when I was a little girl, I loved the fables. I loved the fables. And I would always be after, the stories where the animals are like humans, they've got human characteristics, and there's always a lesson at the end. And so, if the bad things are the fables, if that's the fable happening, I would always ask my mom at the end of the story, what are we supposed to learn from this? I was that kid. What are we supposed to learn from this story? Okay, and that's what I asked myself. What are we supposed to learn from this coronavirus scare? What can we learn? If we just turn to the other direction for a minute, there are also a lot of great things happening in the world. There are a lot of good things happening out there, and there are a lot of good things that are within our control. That an outbreak, a scare, and stuff, we can't control that. Yeah, we can buy hand soap. Yeah, we can stay home. But that's pretty much it. There are a lot of things that are happening that are within our control that we can do. And actually, a lot of things that are within our control that we can do that help prevent a lot of disease. And are we out doing that? No, we're not, because we're just mindlessly going about our days. Because there's no media campaign. There's no like, oh, it's a gratitude outbreak. The store shelves are empty of gratitude journals. You need a gratitude journal. We know from the research that gratitude improves health and well-being. We know that. That's within your control. You can do something about that through prayer, through gratitude journaling, through telling people how you love having them in your life and how they've made a difference in your life. Send a letter, send a card. We know that acts of kindness and gratitude through kindness, we know all of that improves health and well-being, but we're not doing anything about it. It's not plastered all over the media. We know, and check my, I have a free guide on nutrition. We know that plants help. We know that a vegan diet, a plant-based diet, helps prevent and in some cases reverse chronic diseases, things like heart disease, diabetes, certain cancers, obesity-related disease. We know that from the research. So why aren't we in the stores? We go to the store, the shelves are empty of broccoli. There's no broccoli. Everybody's home steaming broccoli. You go into houses and the steam is coming up. We're having our broccoli today because it's helping our arteries. It's helping our cholesterol level. No, we don't do that. Instead we eat processed crap that's not good for us. It's full of chemicals and preservatives, and it's not doing anything for our bodies. It's doing negative stuff for our bodies. We don't do that. We know that things like meditation and yoga help with our health and well-being, okay? And yet, are yoga videos going viral on YouTube? No. Yoga practices going viral on YouTube. Oh, I can't work overtime today. I have to go home and meditate. Oh, I can't do that thing that's stressing me out and I really hate. I'm going to go home and do yoga instead. No, we don't do that. And these things are within our control. These are preventive measures that are within our control that help us take care of ourselves. Because ultimately, that's what puts us at risk is a compromised immune function. And when we get too little sleep and we overstress ourselves and we eat stuff that we shouldn't be eating that's just not helping our bodies. And when we do all of these things and we neglect our health and well-being, that compromises our immune function. That puts us at risk. So prevention. Also, the other thing is human beings are social creatures. We're wired to connect. Right now you're hearing, don't touch people, don't go near people, stay away from people. We're wired to connect. Loneliness has a huge negative impact on health and well-being. We are wired as humans to connect and to be in relationship of one kind or another. That's healing. That's good for our health and well-being. And yet, we don't think about that. We don't manage that. We don't focus on that. And we're isolated. We're on our phones. We're looking at tablets and screens and phones, and we isolate ourselves from each other. All right, I have a video on that, how to be instantly more attractive, and it has a lot to do with social connection. So think about these things. The old fire safety thing, stop, drop, and roll. That's what I like to do in cases of panics like this. Stop. Stop. Think for yourself. Take a breath. What's actually happening? Drop a little knowledge. Drop a little knowledge on yourself about the situation. Yes, drop a little knowledge about the negative, the scare, but also drop a little knowledge about the preventive measures that you could have been taking all along and you could start taking today. Again, see my guides, the preventive measures for health and well-being. All right, what is within my control? What can I do? Don't buy into that crowd victim mentality. Don't buy into that. As a culture, we like to jump on that. Oh, this is negative and this is bad and we like to jump on that. Don't buy into that crowd victim mentality. Don't buy into victim mentality of any kind. Ask yourself always, what do I personally have control over? Because that's what this channel is about. Taking control of your happiness and success, your health and well-being. Taking control. So, feed your body great things. Make those social connections. Meditate. Practice yoga. Steam that broccoli. Journal in that gratitude journal. And go throw your gorgeousness out at the world today. We need more of that. We need a lot more of that. Have a beautiful rest of your day.